I had to take that call, and I had to do a quick battery change. Might have to update my GoPro, my boy. I got like 8 batteries for this thing. I keep thinking it's the batteries, so I buy more batteries. I don't think that's the problem no more. All right, so back to this bad boy. I don't mind picking up the cash for your car. That's what I did for this customer. He asked me to stop by his house before I got on the road. I said no problem. I met up with his people at his house, and counted the cash with them. And came to deliver the money to the seller. I will do that without a problem. I know about titles, I know about VINs, so if you know, out of courtesy, I told him, you know, that I would check the title and the VIN. Obviously, just by sight. I don't run the VIN or anything. So what I did there, if you noticed, I had the seller read me the VIN from the title, and I followed the VIN number on the windshield as he was reading it out to me, matching it 1 digit at a time. And then handed him over the cash. I counted it already, counted it with him in my brain. And everybody happy. This is still broken. I haven't got to it from my from my rent, but I also haven't rented out my trailer anymore, so that's okay with me. I really like these straps. I use these for the tow truck with the keys at the end. Keys, slots, fingers, J hooks, whatever you want to call them. They go straight to the frame. If it's a newer car, I'll use the A straps. The A straps go around the tire. That could be done on any newer car that doesn't have the frame slots. Excuse me. That's locked in. 1 out of 4. I wasn't asked to get under the car. I would have, but like I said, looks like the customer had already came out to look at the car. They had already negotiated the price, and I basically just facilitated the payment to the seller. But I have came out to look at cars for my customers, you know, keep them informed about what they're buying. If they wanted me to inspect something, if they wanted me to look anything over, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind doing that, as long as it's in a well-lit area, and you know, if something was to be off, I wouldn't want to be held responsible. But you know, I can if you ask me to transport you something and pay for the car, and you say, hey, just like I asked the guy if there's any tricks to starting the car up, he said no, start straight up, pump the gas, that's normal. But if he said, you know, as soon as you turn off the car, you need to jump start it, then that would be something I would probably just let the buyer know. I wouldn't want to ruin anybody's deal, but I also would want to look out for one another and let them know if something was up. So this box Chevy's headed to Chicagoland area. Plenty of deals out there. I'm not sure if he gave him a deposit, but if he paid, what he gave me, he got a deal. 100% got a deal. Ah, shit, that was hard. So I got her strapped down, headed back home. Congratulations once again, Box Chevy gang. All right, y'all. We made it back to the customer's house with the box Chevy Caprice full top Brougham. This wasn't the guy I had transported for that flips cars. So there's a chance this guy's keeping it, putting it together. I would only assume that. And like I said, if he paid, if what he gave me to give the seller was the full price of the car, he got a great deal. That's actually good for me, because that means that there's still deals out there to be found. So if you guys are out there looking for old schools and deals, don't get discouraged. They are still out there. I fit right there. They are still out there. So you probably just gotta look, you know, look hard, look under every look under every stone, wheel and deal, negotiate. Don't lowball. I didn't lowball, but I remember a long time ago I made an offer on an item. It was a bicycle, a Schwinn bike. The guy wanted 80 bucks. He didn't say our best offer, and he didn't say firm, so I offered him less, and he told me no. I came back to give him his asking price, and he told me it's no longer for sale. So it was weird. So don't make a dumb offer on somebody's car, especially if it's a deal. If it's a deal, go ahead and cop it, because you might talk your way out of a deal knowing it's a deal. All right, let me unload this bad boy and complete the delivery. All right, here we go. It's still daylight. It actually was not too far out of the Summit area, Summit, Illinois. Nice little ride. customer instructed me to unload at this church parking lot. That way I'm out the way. It might have been parking in the street, but rather be safe than sorry. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't know for a fact what he paid for it. But there's deals out there, guys. There's deals out there, and there's no, you know, there's no set price on what these cars cost. It pretty much goes off of what you're willing to pay. What you're willing to pay. Just like my the Monte Carlo Aero Coupe I just picked up a few weeks ago. You know, I showed up with the asking price. I showed up with the cash. The amount of cash I showed up with was the asking price. I wanted the car. If I had to pay the asking price, I wouldn't have been as happy. But I think I also, you know what? Let me go back to the Monte Carlo. Because of the guy's description, the asking price of the car I was willing to pay the asking price if what he said was true. The SS Monte Carlo Aero Coupe stated you can drive it home. I mean, that says a lot. If you're picking up a 30-year-old car, a rare 30-year-old car, and the ad says you can drive it home, and the price is reasonable, looks good right there, you know, be ready to pay the asking price. And like I said, this car's got everything there. I forgot what car I had. I think I had a Landau with a tow hitch like that too. I think I picked that one up out of Florida a few years back. And that one's long gone. If I'm not mistaken, I did a raffle on that bad boy as well. Alright, little pump, no big deal. Get her down, get her gone. One and done. There we go. Nice and smooth. I'm just listening for my ramp that make sure it doesn't fall. It would make a real loud noise if it did. Very, very nice. All right. Thought the horn worked. It looks like the steering column has been changed. The interior is gray. Steering column's maroon. So it must have been changed. Let me park it. You said park it all the way in. All the way in it is. And it's a wrap. It is a wrap. Obviously don't lock the doors. And we are gone.